Number one, avoid alcohol.
Okay.
Alcohol is a toxin.
Mhm.
I know people don't want to hear that because
I agree.
lots of people like to go out to the bar and have a drink with their friends. Is avoid ultra processed foods.
Why you are saying that after the night or after the dinner that people should avoid drinking water?
I understand that. I go out sometimes too and have a glass of wine, but do your best to avoid alcohol on a regular basis.
What if you could take the control of your health, avoid disease, and feel your absolute best, no matter what your age? Today, we are unlocking the secret to the total wellness with someone who is living the proof that is possible. Welcome to the Samir Show. I am your host, Samir Misri, and today we have a truly inspiring guest with us. She is a Harvard certified wellness coach and a living example of how to stay fit, avoid disease, and make the most of your healthiest years. Claire Cavalier. Claire has dedicated her life to helping the people take the charge of their health, and today she is here to share the powerful insight on staying vibrant, balanced, and thriving physically, mentally, and emotionally. Due to time constraint, we will release the next part really soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please watch this video till end. Stay tuned with the Samir Show.
Okay. So, hello, Claire. Welcome to the Samir Show. Hope you are doing well.
Thank you, Samir, for having me today. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm really glad to have you in my show. And today, that the most people have the misconceptions about their aging, about their health. Definitely, today they're going to be resolved by today. So, the thing is that the many people have concern about the aging. Even the start they enter into that young, yeah, they become the adult. The peoples are thinking about the aging. So, what are the misconceptions, best misconceptions that you talk about that having about the aging?
Um, I would say the biggest misconceptions that people have about aging are number one, that aging is just going to happen to them and there's nothing they can do about it. That they're just going to get old, eventually deteriorate, and then ultimately die, which is entirely not true.
Yeah.
And I would say the second most misconception that I'm aware of is that people think that they're likely to die of the same diseases that their parents died of. And also, that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, but the thing is that the peoples are, as we are calling, there is a myth that the age is a number. But with the people, the mindset is never think about that one, right? Even in the smaller age, the hair is gonna be white. Right now, the children, even the within the 10 years, the young girls I'm talking about, I call them as a semaphore girls. They are starting using the anti-aging cream.
At what age?
10, 10 to 15.
No,
Yes,
I've never heard of that.
yes. When you go to the that Sephora, Sephora, the calls, then you
Yeah,
can find the many little girls that they are trying to get that anti-aging cream. And that is unbelievable. That why in the small age the people are thinking about the age.
I have never heard of that. And if that's true, then I fault the parents for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because parents should, not be allowing children to look at those sorts of products or encourage them to purchase those sorts of products at a young age like that.
I agree. And I also believe that there could be a that televisions ads
Yeah.
and definitely the influencers. That could be the most effective thing.
Yes, but I don't think that TV or magazines or social media, they're not promoting anti-aging products to young ages. So if the children are seeing that, they're getting the wrong messages, because those anti-aging products are definitely being directed to a middle-aged population.
Yeah. So do you believe that aging is purely a genetic process, or or is it depend on the lifestyle?
Um, Only 10 to 20% of aging can be genetic,
Okay.
and the rest of it is entirely lifestyle choices. For example, let's say that one or both of your parents has diabetes.
Hmm.
Then you may or may not have a genetic predisposition for diabetes.
Okay.
And if you do have a predisposition, that does not automatically mean you are going to get diabetes. But if you want to avoid the disease altogether, then you can make very wise lifestyle choices to not get it. And that would be by having a very nutritious, low sugar diet. It
Hmm.
would be by exercising regularly. It would be by getting good sleep every night. It would be by keeping your stress level low. It would be by having a positive mindset. So there's lots we can do in our lives to make good lifestyle choices to avoid disease, even if we may have a genetic predisposition. And we will never know for sure unless we have genetic testing,
Right.
which is very expensive.
Yeah.
Most people choose not to go that route. So we can't be sure, but the wisest move is just to have good lifestyle behaviors.
So what are the signs of the premature aging?
Uh, Premature aging, I would say, well, getting wrinkles is one of them.
Yeah. And the gray hair.
Gray hair, sure.
Yeah.
But, gray hair is often inherited, or
Correct.
balding, for
Yeah.
example, that's inherited. But other signs are like signs of inflammation in the body
Hmm.
that can lead to premature aging. So chronic stress, if anyone has chronic stress, that is going to lead to premature aging.
Right.
So it's very wise to try your best to manage stress, because inflammation ultimately leads to, it can lead to illness and ultimately lead to disease. So premature aging is a result
Hmm.
of inflammation, and which is a result of chronic stress. So the things that we can't control really are getting gray hair. It's usually, but they say that you do get gray hair from stress. Whether or not that's true,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. You can get gray hair from other things as well, like inheritance, genetics, and balding as well. But they also say that stress can cause, balding is not always a sign of stress. It can also be a sign of low thyroid.
Yeah.
So,
Agree.
yeah,
Yeah.
premature aging. Um, you can deter premature aging by the things I mentioned earlier: good nutrition, sleeping well, 7 to 9 hours per night, exercising regularly, and lower stress, positive mindset. So, if you don't want to age prematurely, start taking action right away and avoiding inflammation.
So if you want to be a healthy, or the 3 habits that you want to implement in your life, what would be and why?
Well, if you wanted to start today,
Mhm.
and do something immediately to start being healthy. You could, number one, avoid alcohol.
Okay.
Alcohol is a toxin. I know people don't want to hear that because
I agree.
lots of people like to go out to the bar and have a drink with their friends. I understand that. You know, I go out sometimes too and have a glass of wine. But do your best to avoid alcohol on a regular basis. Because not only that, not only is it a toxin, but it's just full of sugar, which sugar is the number one major toxin. And that's the next thing I'm going to say is avoid ultra processed foods. And ultra processed foods are the things you see in the grocery store where they put them on the table and they look delicious, like cookies and cupcakes and cake and white bread. And those things are full of sugar and they're full of white flour. And they are very unhealthy for you. So please avoid ultra processed foods and also junk food, like at the fast food restaurants that are line the major streets, all very toxic food. So number one, avoid alcohol. Number two, avoid junk food. And number three, hydrate. Hydrate your body every single day, starting when you get up in the morning. Have a tall glass of water, put a squeeze of lemon in it, and start with that and try if you can, 8 glasses of water a day. And just starting right there, those will be 3 healthy choices that you can make and keep up.
So when should we drink water? At the time of that, when we wake up in the morning?
Start right when you wake up in the morning, and then drink 8 a day, and then stop at dinner time. Don't have any more water after dinner, because otherwise you could very likely be getting up in the middle of the night and disturbing your sleep cycle.
Oh, okay. That would be really new for me.
I don't know about you, but I can't drink any after dinner because then I'll get up in the middle of the night, and I hate that.
So suppose if someone drinks, then what are the changes happen in the body? That why you are saying that after the night or after the dinner that people should avoid drinking water?
Well, because it activates the digestive system
Oh, okay.
when you're sleeping, which you don't want to do. You want your digestive system, when you eat dinner, you want to give your digestive system about 3 hours to work to digest your food. And then you want to go to bed when your digestive system has sort of slowed down. So you don't want to give it anything else to start digesting. So that's why you don't want to have any more water or food or anything later on in the evening to reactivate the digestive system to start working again, because that will keep your body awake while it's trying to sleep.
So do you believe that metabolism is also a reason for the premature aging?
I don't know what you mean.
So the peoples that many times that after the dinners, they lay down doing nothing. They are not even the start walking or everything. They just lay down watching TV and everything. So the food.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So food is not digest, right? Enough. They don't have the enough time to get that digest. So do you believe that the metabolism is also a reason for the premature aging?
Well, if what you're saying is because they're sedentary, yeah, I do think a sedentary body that's constantly sedentary can be a reason for premature aging.
Oh, okay.
In other words, not having any physical activity
Okay.
ever. No, somebody who never exercises or gets any physical activity.
Okay. So US is the capital of the obesity.
Yeah.
So do you believe that what are the reason that it caused the increase of the obesity increase in the USA?
I think it's because there's too much availability of junk food, and people are no longer eating meals together at home cooked meals.
So you believe that processed food are the main culprit for that?
That's sort of my personal belief. Yeah.
Because many times that I found people even in the Walmart or anywhere that they are eating, even in the lunch, they are eating the big pack of the chips and the drink of the whole cola. Sometimes that I got fear that how they gonna survive with this one.
Well, I think also like everything is bigger now. Like our drinks are bigger, and our food sizes, our meal sizes are bigger, and there's probably a better scientific reason than the one I'm giving you. But I just think it's so easy to pull into McDonald's and Wendy's. And people just they don't devote enough downtime to their meals.
Right.
They don't sit down and relax and take an hour to eat food. They don't stop and allow time to prepare a meal that's made with homemade food. They just pull into the drive-in at McDonald's or all these other junk
Exactly.
food places.
Drive-through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're everywhere.
Right.
I mean, Starbucks is on every corner.
I agree. I agree.
So that's sort of my philosophy.
So in your clinic, that mostly the peoples are coming for which reasons they are coming for your clinic, coming to your clinic?
What are the reasons?
Yeah.
The people who come to me care about their health.
So what are the age group?
Oh, it's people who are middle-aged,
Okay.
generally 35 and over.
Mm-hmm.
And they're starting to realize, they're starting to recognize some aging in their bodies.
Okay.
They're starting to realize some things are not working like they used to. They are gaining weight that's not coming off. They're suffering from insomnia. They don't know quite how to eat nutritious foods. So they're recognizing things that they don't entirely have control of, and they want help. So they come to me to be coached, to get educated.
Okay.
So that's why they look for my programs. And also, what I promote is a program where I have people look into their future, say when they're 70, 75, even 80, and have them decide what do they want their future to look like? How do they want to feel? What do they want to be doing? Where do they want to go? What kind of an older person do they want to be? And if they want to be playing with their grandchildren and or maybe traveling, in which case most people would answer that by saying, I want to be healthy. I want to not have any diseases. So we sort of create a picture of that older person. Then we personalize a program for them to have a dietary picture of what they want to eat now, create an exercise program for them and a lifestyle so that they can start it today, that will then prepare them for their health and wellness a couple decades from now, rather than just letting nature take its course, because if they let nature take its course, they will eventually deteriorate like a flower and die.
Right.
But instead, I'm giving them complete control over their future by planning for the future of what they will be in their older years.
So as you are giving the whole program about the exercise, so what are the best type of the exercise for longevity cardio, strength training, and something else?
They need to do it all.
All.
Yeah, they need to do some aerobic exercise to strengthen their cardiovascular system, to
Okay.
keep it strong.
Mhm.
They need to do weight lifting of some sort to keep their muscles strong, because the the stronger you are, the longer you'll live. It is scientifically proven that the older people that have the stronger muscles live longer. And then the third piece is stability. So we also have a program that works on stability. So we'll do something like Tai Chi or some yoga that offers some stability training, like balance. We'll do some balancing exercises, like standing on one leg or that sort of thing, because as people age, they're more prone to falling.
Right.
So we want them to work on balance. Even some dancing that can work as part of their program.
So how can your program help those people to increase the stamina?
What you're asking me, we always customize a program for each person. And if, let's say, they come to me and they haven't done any exercise at all, first we start out, generally speaking, we start out with walking.
Okay.
Because that's the easiest thing people can do. It's free, it's accessible, and we'll just start out, say, walking 10 minutes.
Okay.
And even and if that's causes people to be out of breath, for example, we'll cut it back. But generally, what people can start out walking 10 minutes, not a problem. And then when they get comfortable with that, we'll increase it to 15 minutes, and we'll slowly increase it until they can build up enough stamina
Right.
that they can go longer and longer. I mean, people can just walk until a mile, 2 miles, or we really try to break it down into steps, numbers of steps.
Right.
And that will build up their cardiovascular system and strengthen most of the muscles in the body, mostly on the lower half. And then when they feel like they're building up some stamina and cardiovascular, then we'll move on to add something else, like some weight training, where we'll just add some lifting some free weights, like 2-pound weights, and we'll do those for, say, 5 minutes until they feel good about that. And then we'll add, say, 5-pound weights, and we'll do something. So it's just a very slow process. And then if you want to talk about nutrition, we can do that. But, it just depends on the person, and it's very personalized with, what they like to eat. But, I make suggestions, and we want it well-rounded, and I try to recommend the anti-inflammatory diet, because that is, in my opinion, the most healthy diet for older people to eat.
Okay. So one of the things that I found that one of the Bollywood actress has a issue of the inflammation. So that whatever that she follow the chart diet, she follow the exercises, whatever her doctor says, but somehow her body is not maintaining. Even the sometimes that she got slim, but after sometimes she got be a fatty. So do you what is the meaning the inflammation? What are the changes that happen in the body and how we can recover from that?
Well, inflammation is a broad word. Um, I can't answer that, because I would have to send the person to a doctor,
Okay.
and they would have to, do a lot of blood work and so forth to find out more about where is the inflammation coming from. There are signs that the body is inflamed, and it can show up in so many ways. It can show up on the skin with rashes or redness or breakouts. It can show up in other ways as well. It can show up in the digestive system with when you're having trouble digesting your food. So that's really a question I can't fully answer, because there's just 100 ways inflammation can show up. Insomnia is an example of inflammation can show up that way. Migraine headaches are an example of some sort of inflammation. So it's just,
What are the reason for the insomnias? Stress?
again, there's 100 reasons.
Okay.
Yeah, stress is a good one. Eating food late at night, drinking alcohol
Mhm.
can keep you up at night. Being dehydrated, being in a room that's too warm, looking at your computer right before you go to sleep. Gosh, there's just so many reasons why you really need to turn off all blue screens an hour before you go to sleep. You should be in a cold room at night. You should always go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time and have that sort of routine. You should not eat late before you go to sleep. You should not be drinking alcohol before you go to sleep. It should be very, very quiet and dark in your environment.
Right now the peoples are so busy every time that even the nighttime sleeping, that the work is coming right from the company or from somewhere else. So that's why the people are become so busy and they are so stressful. I think that that is also cause of the insomnia.
Yeah. Yeah. People can't turn off their brains.
Exactly. But it's very difficult to turn off the brain.
Yes, that is a problem. So trying to relax like at least 1 hour before sleep is helpful. And they can take a nice bath or listen to meditation music,
Okay.
or something that will calm them down is helpful to
Okay.
sleep well. Because it's very important to sleep restfully every night. It helps the body rejuvenate.
Yeah, agree. Many times it also happens to me that I have the little kid in the night time, so she got some dream, and after that I woke up and I'm not feel sleep after that one.
No, I know. Same with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as we have the short time, I think that you have to leave. So we cover the about the menopause, the brain health, and the cognitive function in the next part.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll ask you some. It's a rapid round. I'll ask you only the 10 questions that you give only the one word answer. Okay. I'll give you the options. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
rapid fire. Just
One word?
yeah, one word only.
Okay.
Okay. So morning routine essentials: meditation, exercise, or coffee.
Exercise.
Best longevity food: nuts, leafy greens, or fish.
Leafy greens.
Preferred workout for aging well: strength, cardio, or yoga.
Cardio.
Biggest aging enemy: stress, sugar, or inactivity.
Inactivity.
Best drink for health: water, green tea, or smoothie.
Green tea.
One supplement everyone should take: vitamin D, omega-3, or magnesium.
Mm. Vitamin D.
Most important meal of the day: breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Breakfast.
Longevity secret from blue zones: diet, social life, or movement.
I'm going to say social life.
Okay. Biggest myth about the aging: inevitable decline, genetic rules, or too late to change.
Wait, say the three again.
Our biggest myth about aging: inevitable decline, genetic rule, or too late to change.
Inevitable decline.
Okay. And last, best anti-aging beverage: green tea, red wine, or coffee.
Green tea. I'm a big fan of green tea. I drink almost a pitcher a day.
Wow. I don't like
Yeah.
green tea. It's very, it's very
Yeah.
odd. The
Well, I
people
drink it
enjoying with the
cold.
taste, that's why.
I drink it cold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming, Claire. It was really fun conversation. And yeah, definitely
was.
we'll cover the part 2 for the next
Okay.
stress level and the hormones for the woman especially.
Okay. It was a pleasure, Samir.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.